let's jump right into today's explainer. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're turning our usual deep dive into a gamified, totally interactive educational journey. We're going to walk through a typical day in the life of someone living in China, literally from the moment they wake up to the second their head hits the pillow, and pick up some of the most fascinating everyday slang along the way. Think of this like a game map of modern Chinese culture. So here's how it's going to work. I'll describe a scenario, show you a picture, and before I actually reveal the Chinese term, I want you to guess it out loud. We'll practice the pronunciation together, and by the end, you will have absolutely leveled up your cultural vocabulary.
Okay, let's dive into this game map. As you can see, the difficulty ramps up as we go. We're kicking off with Level 1, Morning, which is pretty easy. Then we hit Level 2, Work. After that is Level 3, Evening. And finally, the boss level, a rapid-fire blitz quiz.
So starting off with Level 1, Morning. These are easy, universal concepts.
Picture this. The alarm is just screaming at you. You reach over, smack it off, but man, that blanket is just way too warm. You absolutely refuse to get up. You tell yourself, okay, just 5 more minutes, and boom, you fall straight into that classic 5-minute trap. So what is this incredibly universal feeling of lingering in bed called in Chinese? Take a second and shout out your guess.
Well, if you guessed Lei Chuang, you totally nailed it. Let's take it slow and pronounce it together. Lei Chuang. It just perfectly captures that physical refusal to leave a cozy bed, right? To put it in a sentence, you could say something simple like, 我每天都赖床. That just means I linger in bed every day.
Okay, so you're finally out of bed, but now you're just standing there, staring blankly into your closet, completely unable to decide what to wear. Honestly, it feels almost like a medical condition sometimes. What is this modern disease called? Any guesses?
The answer is Xuanze Kunnan Cheng. Literally, that translates to choice phobia or choice difficulty syndrome. Now, this one is definitely a bit of a tongue twister, so let's say it exactly 3 times together. Ready? Xuanze Kunnan Cheng. Xuanze Kunnan Cheng. Xuanze Kunnan Cheng. It's a super popular kind of humorous term. You can use it when you're picking out clothes or, when you're staring at a food delivery app with way too many options. A great sense for context would be 我有选择困难症, meaning I have choice phobia.
Awesome! Level 1 is in the bag. Let's move to Level 2, Work, and see how this builds as we look at some culture-specific concepts.
You're out the door on your way to work, and instead of just eating alone in silence, you grab a steaming hot soy milk and a fried dough stick from a buzzing street vendor. It's noisy, it smells absolutely incredible, and there is just this palpable sense of human connection. So what is the word for this lively, worldly vibe? Think about it.
It's yan huo qi. If we translate that literally, it means the smell of smoke and fire. But really, it beautifully describes that warm, bustling, totally down-to-earth atmosphere of everyday street life. It's a really nuanced word. So let's repeat this one exactly 3 times slowly. Yan huo qi. Yan huo qi. Yan huo qi. To use this in a sentence, you could say, 街边早餐很有烟火气, which just means street breakfasts have a great worldly atmosphere.
Right, now you're at the office, sitting in a meeting. Imagine a scenario where a manager publicly and harshly criticizes an employee right in front of the entire team. It's super awkward, right? In China, this violates a massive, absolutely crucial cultural concept regarding personal dignity and public image. Do you know what it is? So the crucial point here is mianzi, which translates to face or dignity. It is entirely about maintaining respect in a social setting. In Chinese workplace culture, it is absolutely vital to give constructive feedback in private rather than calling someone out publicly and causing them to lose face. For context, you might say, 开会时要给同事留面子, which means during meetings, you must save face for your colleagues.
Then this actually brilliantly illustrates a major tension in modern Chinese society right now. On the one hand, we have 996. This is a grueling work expectation that's really common in tech companies, literally working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. It is incredibly demanding. But then, in direct response to that burnout, there's a massive new youth movement called Tongping. This means stepping off the corporate treadmill and just choosing a simpler, far less competitive life. Let's practice that pronunciation, exactly 3 times. Tongping, Tongping, Tongping. Whether someone embraces 996 or chooses to Tongping, it really represents a fascinating cultural crossroads.
Moving right along,
Level 3, evening. Now we're getting into some advanced slang. The clock finally strikes the end of the workday. You look at your friends and ask, "So, where are we eating tonight?" What is the specific word for a group of friends gathering together for a meal? Shout it out if you know it.
The word is jutan. Let's say that nice and slow. Jutan. The character ju actually means to gather, which gives this word a really warm communal vibe when talking about eating. Actually, a wildly popular choice for a jutan in China is hot pot, because everyone is cooking together in one big boiling pot. A really simple sentence for this would be, "Jinwan woman chu jutan," meaning, let's gather for a meal tonight.
Speaking of dining out, picture a super lively summer night market. You're sitting on these tiny plastic stools with your friends, knocking back cold beers, and eating perfectly seasoned barbecue meat straight off bamboo skewers. What is the highly descriptive slang term for this exact activity?
The slang is lu chuan. This is just a fantastic, incredibly vivid word. Let's say it exactly 3 times. Lu chuan, lu chuan, lu chuan. Lu literally describes the physical action of pulling or sliding the meat right off the bamboo stick with your teeth. It's so descriptive. So casually texting your friends, you'd say, "Wan shang chui lu chuan ba," which means, let's go eat skewers tonight.
Okay, you're back home getting ready for bed, but you mentioned to a friend that you have a bit of a headache. Or maybe you've caught a cold. Or, and this is a really funny internet meme, a girl texts a guy that she just went through a horrible breakup. What is the universal, cure-all advice given in China for literally every single one of these situations? Take a guess. 1, 2, 3.
It is 多喝热水. Let's pronounce that slowly together. 多喝热水. It simply translates to drink more hot water. Now, obviously, this is rooted in traditional medicine to keep your body warm and balanced. But it has turned into a hilarious internet meme because people offer it as the absolute solution to practically every problem in life. A perfect sentence before bed is simply 不舒服就多喝热水. That means if you don't feel well, drink more hot water.
Now, what's really interesting about this next part is it's the boss level, the final blitz quiz. Let's see what you actually remember. We are doing this rapid fire, so shout out the answers with me to test your active retention. Ready? Oversleeping? Lai trong. Choice phobia? 选择困难症. That street life vibe? yan hua qi. Dignity and respect? 面子. The 12-hour workday? 996. Stepping back for a simple life? Tung ping. Gathering for a meal? Jutsun. Eating BBQ skewers? Luchuan. The cure for literally everything? Duohe Rei Shui. And finally, the reason you were late today? The 5-minute trap. Wow, amazing job keeping up with that whole shebang. So, to wrap up today's interactive explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a provocative question. Take a look at your own daily routine right now. Which of these concepts actually best describes your current lifestyle? I mean, are you grinding through a 996 schedule, or are you embracing the peace of Tong Ping, just lying flat? It's something to think about, right? Thank you so much for exploring these concepts with me today. Keep practicing those words out loud, and I promise you'll sound like a local in no time. See you on the next explainer.